Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. Welcome back to my June storm, which is finishing in July. Due to some unforeseen things that happened to me last month, I wasn't able to finish everything that I wanted to in June, so we're going to finish it off in July. This month's theme, this year's theme, has been the worst things I've seen happen in tabletop role playing games. I got 5 stories. This is the fourth one. Each of the stories have been getting progressively worse. And one of my earlier stories, I gave the reason that was the final straw for me quitting playing characters in the old World of Darkness. This is the second part of that in a way, which tells why I quit running the old World of Darkness, the final straw for it. So, if you recognize yourself in this story, don't get mad. I'm not trying to single anybody out. I'm not using anybody's names or anything. This is just purely for entertainment purposes. So please don't hate me. So let's go ahead and get started. The story takes place a few years ago. And I was still running the old World of Darkness, particularly Vampire the Masquerade and stuff. And I have a lot of annoyances with the old World of Darkness. And what it amounts to is mostly I felt stifled, couldn't create anything for it because the players wouldn't let me. Every time I tried to run, everything had to be by the book. What is written as the lore for the games and everything had to be followed precisely. I couldn't create any new types of bad guys, couldn't create any new organizations, or else they'd get upset and complain. Everything had to be Camarilla versus Sabbat, or alternately vampire versus werewolf, and that was pretty much all they'd accept. So that's pretty annoying. Anyway, at the time that I started running this game, the new World of Darkness was out. I actually liked it better. I got a chance to play it for a bit, but lost track of the players. Everybody kind of goes their separate ways. So the group I'm with, we only do old World of Darkness and refuse to have anything to do with the new World of Darkness, which I like the new World of Darkness better. Don't hate me for that. Just my personal preference. But at this time, I started running a Vampire the Dark Ages game. And everything went great in the beginning. We had one player that his goal was for his character to become Prince. So the rest of the players banded together and worked together for the first few sessions to take out the old Prince so that this player's character could step up and become the new Prince of the land. And they succeeded. The next game session after their success, though, the player that wanted to be Prince said that he had to make up a new character. And we asked him why. And he said that as Prince, he can't do anything. He's stuck in one place and can't go out and do anything. And we're like, you're the Prince. You can do whatever you want. I mean, a player character being Prince opens up some new opportunities for me to create some things and have some really neat stories. But nope, he had to make up a new character. So he makes up his character and we start to play. And we were going to focus on somebody else's goal, but he's like, no, we got to take out my old character because I can't be led by my old character. So they worked for the next 2 sessions to assassinate his old character. After that, instead of working on somebody else's goals, he wanted them to go do this with him. And everybody agreed except for one player. And that player went off and did their own thing. And they say you shouldn't split the party, but the truth of this is sometimes it's inevitable. And so running two different things and bouncing back and forth between them. The player that went off on their own started succeeding at their goals and drawing power and followers to themselves. While the other group, they kept having these weird stuff happen, bad rolls, bad decision making, and just kept not getting anywhere. So at the beginning, when we got together for one of our sessions, before we even started, the player that would be Prince went to the player that was off by themselves and told them, "You need to come back and join the group, and I'll show you how to use your followers correctly." And of course, they said no, but they also said, "But you guys can come back and we can work together and build our own empire here." So the game session happened, and the one player was real quiet all night. The next time we got together to play, one of my other players said, "Well, I'm not going to play a vampire now. I'm going to play a demon." And I told him, "You can't because I don't have none of the books for that." And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I have the books." And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't. And I have no idea how demons work in the world of darkness." And he's like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll give you a copy of the book next time we get together." And I was like, "Okay, do you have a character?" And he's like, "No." "Do you have any of the books with you?" "No." And so I was like, "You have to play your vampire." And he said, "No, no, I want to play demon." And just dragged it out. And the rest of the players said, "Just let him play it." So we cobbled together a demon style character using what rules there are for demons in the Dark Ages vampire book. So we started play, and almost immediately after that, he used his character to fudge the rules in a way to kill off the one player that was off by themselves. And in doing it, it killed his demon. And him and the other player that would be Prince just started laughing about that. And he goes, "Well, I guess I'll have to play my vampire." And I said, "No, none of this counts. This is dumb. I'm not going to allow this to happen because this is just stupid." And they started arguing against me, saying it was fair and everything. And I said, "No, no, it wasn't." So the player said, just make up a new character." And I said, "That's not the point." And instead of gaming, we argued. Ended the game session, ended the whole campaign. After being manipulated and having all that go down, I decided I was pretty much done with the World of Darkness, the old World of Darkness. And I haven't played Artran since. And I'd like to run the new World of Darkness, but nobody will play. So I'm without a World of Darkness anymore. I've seen some manipulations in my time, but going out of your way to kill somebody's character just because they wouldn't be a follower to your character is just something else. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just being childish, but to go out of your way to manipulate a situation to kill off somebody's player character because they're not doing what you want, it's just wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think about something like that. But anyway, thank you for joining my story, and the next time will be the worst thing I've ever seen happen in a tabletop role-playing game. And that's pretty icky. Once again, thank you for joining me, and hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.